Someone to read the first one. Go for it.
Be prepared to be flexible.
Makes sense? We talked about that, right? Yeah? Second one.
Know your stuff. Provide clear and concise direction.
Okay, now this is what we're talking about in the studio, right? Or in the classroom. You guys know how frustrating it is as a student. I mean, your teacher starts off with the syllabus at the beginning of the semester, and like 3 weeks in, you're way off. And you're like, we had a contract. I don't know what we're doing right now. And sometimes those tangents are lovely, but not every student can live in that, right? So we need to be able to, put up your daily agenda, right? Just generally, this is what we're going to try and cover today. Then at the end of the day, go back and be like, did we do that? Boom, boom, boom. Sorry we didn't get to this. We'll get to it next time. Okay? Don't take kids on the magical mystery tour. Right? Reveal it with them. Invite them along. Okay? Create an environment of artistry. Let students see your passion for theater. Talked about that. Make sense? Yeah? Yeah? Make sense? Establish a brief ensemble contract with students. If possible, include them in setting 2 to 4 agreements. Right? Group contract. Great. They buy in. What do we want out of the semester? Right? You can do a body contract where you lay down a butcher paper, outline one of the kids, write things inside the body of things we want. No clicking, exploration, right? Friendships, blah, blah, blah. Outside, no gum chewing, not being punctual, whatever it is. And you can put that up on the wall and then have it there. Or you can do outlines of kids' hands. But some kind of visual representation is good, not just a verbal one. Okay? And then it's up there, and then when kids are kind of clicking or doing things like that, guys, I didn't, you said it, not me. So if we could kind of break it up a little bit and work together, that's great. And then there's the ownership and the buy-in. Strive to ensure individual group safety. That should be a given, right? Physically and emotionally. Balance activities that illuminate lesson objectives, reinforce unit goals, right? Every warm-up you do should be connected to what? A lesson. Every lesson you do should be connected to what? Your unit. Every unit you do should be connected to what? The curriculum, right? Your year's course, right? It all should be a flow, and a young person should be able to talk about it. I get why we did that. That makes sense. Okay. We were working on tasks. We were working on breaking the ice, whatever. Share the day's agenda. We talked about that. Encourage students to see themselves as artists with creative voices. Meet or recognize the students where they are at. Provide opportunities for them to take personal, artistic, creative risks within theater making. Shamira. So Shamira and I, right? I thought she was dissing me at lunch. I was reading the cues wrong. She and I got to make theater together. Right? We're going to go see, what do you call it about the Facebook?
Social network.
Yeah, social network together, right? She's treating, thank you. Okay, now we're friends because we made art, right? Art making is outside of me and you. It's this. That's the beauty of art, right? I can take risk and not be hurt because I'm making art. Okay, you're not judging me. Where appropriate, model tasks. Get involved, guys, right? Play along. Sometimes don't. Let them see it. Sometimes you do. Allow for revision. This is my big mantra here. Too many times teachers do something with kids, run out of time. Okay, fine. We move on. And they never allow replay. It is more important if you got 30 kids and 5 groups to say, today we're just going to see 2 groups. Right? Next week we'll see the other 3 groups share out. Or those other 3 groups remind me. And next week's activity, you'll start us off. But oftentimes when you try to have 30 kids show something, the day becomes all of that, and the idea of peer review, it gets lost. Just do a couple, and then let some kids give other kids feedback. And can we see you guys do it again? Based on the notes they give you? Great, thanks, let's try it. Okay, go. Right? That's what theater is. Theater is revision. Okay? So we want to encourage that in writing and everything else. Provide solicit feedback. You guys know what I mean by kind of formative assessment? Yeah? Yeah? Who knows what formative assessment is? If you don't know what formative assessment is, it means ongoing and throughout. Summative is a test or an exam, or when you see theater, right? The applause, that's summative. It is done for standing up or boo! Mike can dance! Whatever it is, okay? But Mike can dance! Okay, so those are the 2 competing things, okay? So that's summative, right? It's a judgment. Formative is, in the middle of an exercise, we're just checking where you're at, and we're going along the way. And last, Two things. You got to give respect to get respect. Just because you're the teacher doesn't mean you earn respect. And I encourage you to start with respect, not friendship. It's better that they fear you a little bit, and then they love you, rather than be their buddies. You'll never get it back. And then the last one is less is more. It really is. Right? So you can over-plan, but it's better to go deeper on fewer things than to try and cover everything. If you're doing theater history, you know you're not going to get through every single cycle play. Okay? That's creative. Okay? So you're going to look at a couple things. So hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. Some context about kind of what we're doing in the office. Let's kind of review a little bit. So what we talked about is why I even exist, right? To support teachers, ultimately support kids, to support policy that can change the arts. And our office is working on behalf of all the theater teachers and all the kids and the principals. We talked a little bit about how to get the job, right? Kind of know the school that you're applying to. Know yourself. Reveal what matters, not everything. Okay. Think about, have you heard the expression of 30-second elevator speech? Okay. It's a good phrase to think about. You've got 30 seconds to tell me why I should hire you. Okay? And you shouldn't be fumbling. You should know. Boom. This is who I am. Okay. Talked a little bit about kind of values as a teacher. We also talked about this idea of the core curriculum, right? The Common Core, and why does it matter to us? It matters holistically, but also politically it matters, right? So kind of look at this. It will come up again. I think that's pretty good. I'd like to end with a quote for you guys, if I may. Got a couple quotes for you. If I've heard this one. Tell me and I forget. Show me and I will remember. Involve me and I will understand. You guys heard that one? It's attributed to either Aristotle or Confucius. I'm not sure whom. There's another one. If you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, you can sing. And that's a Zimbabwe proverb. And the last one I want to share with you is theater is not literature, propaganda, or philosophy. It is simply what cannot be expressed by any other means. A complexity of words, movements, gestures that convey a vision of the world unexpressible in any other way. That's from Ionesco. You guys know Eugene Ionesco? Is that absurdly right? So I have a handout here which talks about what our office is doing. We have a lot of stuff online. There's an arts reflection tool. I encourage you guys to check out the website. There are sample lesson plans in theater. If you go to curriculum, the blueprint's online. There's video assessment, all kind of stuff. You can certainly email me. I think my email is on that page I gave you at the top, I'm hoping.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? No, it's not. I'll give it to you anyway. My email is pavery@schools.nyc.gov. I know it's a mistake I'm giving out, but pavery@schools.nyc.gov. If I don't hear from you, that's cool. If I do hear from you, great. This handout will talk about what we're doing. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for being the kids this evening.
Helpful, informative, and inspiring.